How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Prince, full-time foreign exchange trader, and today we're going to be talking about what are the best time frames to pick before you get into the market. Now, there's a lot of things to consider here. Now, if you're a day trader, you understand that there's different sessions. These are the prime sessions, the Asian session, the London session, and the New York session. But to get right to it, before you pick a time frame, there's one question you need to ask yourself, and that is, what kind of lifestyle do you want? Now, what do I mean by this? Now, if you have a full-time job, for instance, you simply can't trade every session. For instance, I'm over here in Europe, so when it's 9 a.m. in Europe, it's about, what is it, like 3 a.m. EST and CST. Now, if you have a job and you have kids and you have other engagement in life, it's pretty much impossible, or not impossible, but it's going to lead to some kind of a burnout if you have to keep waking up at 2 a.m. and to take trades that may or may not happen. And then after that, you have to try to go back to bed, and you have to be up again at 4, 5, 6 a.m. to take care of your kids and get them ready for school, and then you have to get ready for work, and then you have to make your husband breakfast, and then you have to do all these other things. It just doesn't fit around your lifestyle, okay? It messes up with your routine, and eventually you're gonna hit burnout, and then you're gonna stop trading anyways. And that's the last thing you want. Why would you wanna so the key here is to pick a time frame that works around your lifestyle, and then find trades that work within those sessions. Now, they all work. Now, people will tell you that, the best times to get in is in the New York session because that's when all the other banks are trading, or the London session because that's when all their banks are trading, or the Asia session because that's when all their banks are trading. But the truth is, the foreign exchange market is a 24-hour market. Now, how do I know? Because the market is moving. I mean, there's always going to be people in the market trading. It might not have as much volatility, it might not have as much fluidity, but there's still going to be people whenever you are in the market trading. How do I know? Because the market is moving, right? So you come into the Asia session, for instance, and you don't get enough opportunities. That is still a chance for you to do your back testing. That is still a chance for you to do your forward testing. That is still a chance for you to get into the market and mark up charts. Now, I'm not saying you have to trade that session that you are available at that point in time, but you should be focusing first on actually learning how the market moves anyway. So you shouldn't be trading right off the bat. If you don't know what kind of time frame you should be getting into, chances are you don't know how to trade. Because if you know how to trade, you already have that down pat. So we're gonna start in from a few levels back. Yeah, so the first question you should be asking yourself is, how much time do you have, and what kind of lifestyle do you want to live, right? So trading is not just about the money. You still have to understand that if you do the wrong things, you might do it right for a while, you might make money for a while, but if you do it long enough and you don't enjoy what you're doing, then you're gonna burn and you're gonna quit anyways. Which kind of brings me back to the question, why would you want to get into a trade or quit your job to get into another job that you hate, right? Trading can be incredibly fulfilling, or it can be your worst nightmare if you're not fully prepared to make the sacrifices that needs to be made to get the results that you need, right? So the one issue I see with this problem is that people, they kind of tend to follow the crowd. So what do I mean by this? People get a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out. They go on social media and I see someone saying, well, I traded the New York session from 8 to 9 a.m. and I was able to make all of this money, and then they post a screenshot. The reason why I say pick a time frame is because it reduces this effect of FOMO. So if you have someone else trading a different time frame, and your time frame is between the hours of, let's say you finish work at 5 and then you're home at 6, and you have from between 6 and 9 p.m. to take your trades, you're not gonna feel that FOMO. So if someone else is trading from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and you're trading from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., you haven't missed out on anything, right? Because you're taking the trades at the times you should be taking the trades anyways. So what happens with FOMO is when you feel like you should be taking these trades, but you're missing out on them. So you're at work, or you're engaged with something, maybe you're asleep when it happens, and you feel like you're missing out because everyone else is taking the trades that you should be taking, but you haven't taken it, so you've missed out on it. But if you say to yourself, well, okay, I don't trade between these times, I trade between these times, then everything that happens before and after those times is irrelevant because you shouldn't be taking them anyways. So in a way, it kind of reinforces your discipline to your trading, because you don't trade outside your own personal trading hours. So again, to reiterate, focus on the lifestyle, and then number 2, focus on the opportunities that come at those times that you've picked anyways. So number 1, so 2 things you should be focusing on. Focus on the lifestyle and see how much time you have around the lifestyle that you have already. And then focus on the opportunities that come at those times that you're free within that lifestyle, right? Hope that makes sense. For instance, me, I started off with like binary options, which is like you can actually drop all the way down to 10 seconds. So you're kind of like scalping, and then I moved on to like day trading. And then eventually I moved on to like swing trading now. So now I'm a full-time swing trader, and you know, I got clients, I've coached dozens of clients who are swing traders, who are day traders, who are scalpers. And you know what, they take trades and it works out fine for them. But for me personally, I swing trade because it allows me flexibility, it allows me time to think, it allows me to trade and then wake up. I can miss a trade while I'm asleep and wake up and still be able to get into that trade. And the main reason why I got into swing trading was because when I was a day trader, I noticed that I was way too reactive, right? So my patience wasn't what it is now when I was a day trader, because I wasn't a day trader because day trading necessarily made money. I was a day trader because I didn't want to be in the market too long. Now think about that for a second. Like, I am a trader, I call myself a foreign exchange trader, but all I wanted to do was not trade because I hated the feeling of having to sit in the market for too long. So I started to call myself a scalper. I'm like, oh, I don't like to be in trades. I just want to get in and out, you know? You see people saying stuff like this. They say, oh, I don't want to have to sit in a trade. It's not because you don't want to, it's just that it hurts. It literally hurts sometimes to have to sit there and watch your trades go back and forth, right? So that's why I got into swing trading, so I could train myself to be able to withstand all those emotions, you know, like the fear of missing out, like over leverage, you know, moving your stop loss. If you're able to sit there for a day or two or a week or two and watch your trades go back and forth and go into the red and go back into the green and maybe even stop you out before going to target, that kind of stuff, that emotional roller coaster that you go through, eventually it trains your mind to be patient. And patience is the number 1 skill of any trader, really, swing trading or day trading. But swing trading kind of puts that on steroids. Most importantly, it fits around my lifestyle as well, because I have other shit to do. So that brings me to the biggest problem I see in my 4, 5, 6 years of coaching now, and my like 12 years of trading, is that people pick up a trading style that doesn't really fit around their lifestyle. And what happens is stuff like, they're supposed to be trading, they're also at work, and then there's something running in the background. They can't focus on what they're actually doing at work, and they can't focus on what the charts are saying, because you can't multitask, right? So what they do is, they're at work, they're distracted, they sneak off to the bathroom, they pull out their phone and the tiny phone screen, they're trying to find trades, they take a trade, they haven't analyzed it properly, they lose, or maybe they get to the bathroom and they realize they've lost 2 or 3 trades in a row. Now they're feeling like, oh, they've missed out on trades, and then they're over leveraging, and then they're over trading, and then they're revenge trading, and then they're blowing accounts, right? And some people even get fired. Like, some people get caught with their phone, and you know, you get in trouble. You shouldn't be using your phone at work. So if you have to be at work and also be trading, and it's not flexible for you, then you're probably doing it wrong. So to recap, what is the best time that you should be trading? Well, first of all, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Do you want a lifestyle where you're constantly thinking and, you know, constantly running around like a chicken with your head cut off, taking trades, missing trades, and over trading? Or do you want a lifestyle where you can just relax and sit in front of your laptop and actually enjoy your career as a trader? So ask yourself, what kind of lifestyle do you have? How much time do you have around that lifestyle, right? What kind of session do those times fall into? So those are the 3 questions that you should be asking yourself. And guys, that will be the end of the video. It's just a short one, and I will see you guys in the next one.